What do I think about a Kobe Bryant film? His birthday had just passed. He would have been 47 recently. What I think about the prospects of a film, etc., about him. It's mixed emotions because there is such a he was a polarizing figure. He was just very polarizing. He was a unique perspective. He grew up in Italy, came back to Philly. He was the flip side of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. His story was compelling. His father, former NBA player, he became a world champion. There's so much to layers. Do you get into the dynamics of him and Phil Jackson, to him and Shaquille O'Neal, and later on with Paul Gasol, the in between time. Obviously, his case, which has been pretty much, I'm gonna tell you this. There were people who I know, they may not say it now. There were people who used to say he was like R. Kelly of basketball. And they were talking about he was chasing greatness. Not just talking about personal situations, but chasing greatness because he was trying to, chase a standard. Um, his untimely transition, which has a lot of questions. He won an Oscar. He was a parent. He had a lot of There's a lot of layers to his situation, him and his widow, and there's so many situations to him. It's just like, and then of course the disconnect with his parents. With Kobe, it was racial, it was economical, it was cultural, it was wild, and he couldn't have been anywhere else to make it happen. I could not have seen Kobe Bean Bryant playing. He got drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. I could never see him playing anywhere else but LA. He fit LA to a glove. He got his jersey, double retired, number 8, number 24. It's a compelling story, but are we ready for it yet? We don't need a Tubi time. We don't even need a most. We need that to kind of think about it. Because if you did a document, if you did a picture on his life, it's so many layers. It's like you'd have to make that into like a 2.5, 3 hour movie, and you'd have to go into the mental psychic of him, but then the other side of him. But there was so many different layers to him, and then we get into how Brandy brought him out. When Brandy was bigger than him, that's how he came full circle. But I always tell a story, and I will say this: to me, he's the second most important Laker behind Magic Johnson. I'll always have Magic number one because Magic brought Magic to LA. Kobe was electrifying for what he did, and I understand for people seeing him come through, but Magic hit a little bit different. Because I'm gonna tell you something. To me, if Kobe had a